I was going to say,
Mostly.
if you want to get technical about it, he's on time.
Technical.
Yes, Jesus is on time, and we're just given a few seconds here, so bear with us, everybody. And hi. They can hear us.
Why'd you not turn the mic off?
I forgot. So,
So
we're
this
just
one
getting,
time at band camp.
we're just getting set up here, everybody, and we are going to be right with y'all. We normally don't do this, but since you heard all that,
Might as well keep it.
might as well keep it.
Blood for the blood god, blood for the blood god, blood for the blood god.
Pre-show topic, I did see like a 12-foot tall gnome outside somebody's house. And I sent a quick video of it to Jesus this morning.
Yeah, I need to find where that's at so I can shoot it with a BB gun.
No,
Just a BB gun?
that's not right.
Also, for all the nerds who might hear this, you are the farthest from a corn worshiper. You are absolutely Slanesh. Like, and it's not even a question.
That still doesn't change. Blood for the blood god, blood for the blood god.
He's just rambling.
I got $5 says he doesn't even know what the fuck I'm talking about.
I mean, we do have
We have hot sauces.
hot sauces.
We have the world's most bizarre looking chicken nuggets to try them with.
Hot sauces and chicken nuggets gonna be you guys.
What?
Yeah. I've been dealing with some digestive issues, so I've been avoiding hot sauces.
This guy.
Okay. So we're on, everybody. Hello.
Oh no. My desert appears to have gone radioactive. Hi, Mom.
I did mess up on the mic, so there was no pre-show lull, which maybe that's a good thing. Maybe we should start out talking so people can hear us.
I don't know, maybe.
Also, it was probably really loud because it was the camera's mic that I didn't shut off.
Which is
not
like
our
right
mic.
behind you. Yeah. Hi, everybody. I am Kristoff N. Chester here with
I gotta send one to my
Jesus is here for a change of pace.
Wednesday.
Yeah, I know you did. Anyway, though, nice to know where I rank on your priorities, by the way.
Money always ranks first.
Anyhow, so this week we're going to be talking. Hi, Mr. Bishop.
Hello, everybody.
So, last week we had the incredibly divisive, controversial topic of Thanksgiving. Part of me is glad you weren't here last week because I can only imagine the stuff you would have to say.
They found Columbus's bones.
I suspect it was in his grave. No, I'm not taking the bait. Anyway, no. So tonight we're going to keep the train rolling of making everybody just hate my guts by talking about probably the second most controversial thing in American history.
My existence?
I said American. No, the second most controversial American
Your
thing.
existence?
That was mean.
No. The chat will back me up here, okay? I have to put up with you guys. I'm not mean. I have sympathy. But anyway, no, we're going to talk about the American Civil War tonight because why stop at pissing everybody off and making everyone just loathe me? Actually, you know what? I personally suspect I'm going to have a lot of sympathy in tonight's chat. You guys wouldn't go against me, right, friends?
Depends. Where's Don? Oh, there's Donson. Howdy, Donson.
Hi, Donson. But before we get to that, we do have the final 4 hot sauces from the big random pack that my mom and my dad sent me. And, I mean, you guys heard him. A certain someone who has never had anything spicy on our show ever
I've been avoiding any type of spicy food at all.
Well, hold on. I have a question. How do you say wuss in Spanish?
Hey, when you start bleeding from your belly button from shit that you've been eating, then come talk to me.
Wait. How the hell does that? You know what? No.
They can't figure out what the fuck it is.
Really?
Yeah. I've had x-rays, I've had tests done.
And the only thing they can think is that it's your diet?
Probably, yeah. So I'm starting.
See, I have to say that seems really weird because your belly button's not connected to your digestive tract.
I got no idea what the fuck's going on, so they told me to change my diet up. So the first thing I'm doing is the fucking spicy.
Wow. I mean, shit, son. Why don't you make me feel like an asshole?
Yeah, that's what I do.
Hi, Connie. But well, fine then. I guess me and the bishop will be trying it. I had a surprise for you too, actually. We have Eevee soda.
You went to 7-Eleven, didn't you?
No, actually, I got it from DoorDash. But yeah, it's some kind of weird. I have no idea what it is, but it's like an Eevee sparkling water soda thing, and I thought we could try it out here.
It's from Japan.
I would hope. But yeah, no, I guess me and the bishop are gonna try these last 4 hot sauces. Ooh. You know, usually I catch them.
Not always.
Not at this time, at least. But yeah, here, Famine, you sit down over there. Go play with your nephew Choopy. Bishop, you want to join me, or am I gonna do this alone?
I'll join you.
Do it alone. Do it alone.
You know, it might actually be funny if I did it by myself, because I wouldn't have you two sitting here being like, it's not bad. Meanwhile, I'm on the ground foaming at the mouth, crying, thinking, you know. Hey, Tara! I feel bad because you actually didn't make it. We've been on for a few minutes now. But let's see what we got here. No sense in waiting, right?
We have gross.
Okay, so...
And then gross.
So
maybe okay, and then gross.
So in other words, gross, atomic gross, and then gross.
So for the record, folks, you have chosen to tie him in at a great episode because he's apparently bleeding profusely, and he apparently got up on the wrong side of the steeple.
That's gonna be atomic gross.
He got up on the wrong side of the steeple this morning, I guess. I don't know.
Gross.
But this one scares me.
That's gonna be the worst.
It doesn't even have a name. It's just green sauce. Truffles are so awful.
I hate truffles. Well, I don't hate them, but they're gross.
I do. I actually hate them. They're annoying and they're dumb.
I don't mind truffles, but like when it's made in in a good way.
Oh, Tara's watching this while she's on the road.
On the road again.
Driving home.
That's
Oh. Okay, so now for the record, the bishop has been less than impressed with this whole package of hot sauces.
But he hasn't even been here.
I personally feel like there have been a couple actually not bad ones. But yeah, no.
He's being generous.
So yeah, so not only is he in a foul mood, not only is he
Foul mood. You just woke me up like an hour and a half ago.
We've been over this. You do not wake up.
the bishop. I know. Well,
Because then he's gonna spite you.
I know he does. No, he's not a paladin. He's a cleric. Clerics don't get the smite power.
And
He won't heal you.
within 30 minutes of me waking up, I am not in a good mood.
Anyway, though, and the worst part is I got these chicken nuggets from 7-Eleven.
That doesn't make me in a better mood.
That's what I was about to say. And even I will admit, these are not the best looking nuggets.
See, the problem is you got them from 7-Eleven.
Screw you, 7-Eleven actually has good prepared food. I like the pizzas and the corn dogs and taquitos from 7-Eleven.
They have good hot dogs and their pizzas are alright.
And the 7-Elevens in other countries are like sit-down restaurants. People don't realize this. 7-Eleven is not a gas station outside of America. It's a restaurant chain.
Yeah.
That's
Don't know
we're
why.
America. God bless America.
Oh, don't feel bad, Mom. I personally think that some of them are actually decent. Most of them are just spicy chemical. But I argue there are some good ones. And plus, hey...
I don't remember what it was called. That one was good.
That was
The
like
one that I
the
liked.
very first one the first round we did of them.
Yeah,
You
that one
liked-
I did like.
There was one you liked. I liked two of them from last week. I liked the Thai. I liked
You
the
like
Thai
the
chili.
Thai.
I think it could work as some kind of in a sweet and sour thing. Personally, I wouldn't mind trying it with ramen, but that's the point. But anyway, we do have some bread there you can try, because I know you looked at these nuggets and I think you turned green for a second. I was afraid William Shatner would come in here and try and shag you. But anyway, this is just green sauce. It doesn't even have any kind of fancy name or anything, and it smells horribly vinegary.
I don't even know what that means.
All I know is there are rumors of the new Austin Powers maybe being in the works.
I
I'm happy about that.
I don't think we live in an age where they could make an Austin Powers movie.
They can't. It's too.
It's way too
Politically
funny,
incorrect.
and yeah,
And you know.
that level
good.
of snark and creativity would never be allowed today.
Now what is this?
It's just called green sauce.
Now watch. I'm gonna like.
See, my mom is saying you need to try all of them with ramen. You don't mean like put them all into a ramen bowl. You mean try each of them individually with ramen.
Spicy.
Oh, sorry.
A spicy condiment of green tomatoes, jalapenos, spinach, cilantro, and garlic.
Spinach.
Okay.
All right, hold on. Let me give me stuff a little bit more.
And it smells like vinegar.
Trying to get it to come out. There we go.
Yeah, I couldn't get much to come out myself.
Oh dear. I angered it and now it just gushed out. But anyway, are you ready?
Yeah.
It's like someone has the bubble goods.
From the guy who's profusely bleeding from his stomach.
Not profusely, but to where it's concerning.
That's profuse.
Well,
Oh, the
on-
bishop
on-
is Mr. Bishop's just laughing over there. He loves it.
Well, on my point where it's concerning on my end.
Yeah.
Well, any amount is. Yeah.
How much is too much blood? Tell me in the chat. Anyway, 3,
Depends on where it's from.
2, 1.
I get about a pint of blood. That's when it should be concerning. About 2 is when you should go get seen.
This is vinegar. From your
Belly? Or any type of blood from the body.
Yeah, a pint of blood, deep.
A pint of blood should be concerning.
is a
2
pint.
pints is when you should go get
That's
seen.
a pint. If you're
Okay,
bleeding
so-
that much, unless it's from your head, it should be worrying.
Okay, that's
That's
I'm
gross.
assuming this
It's
is
vinegar.
Soda?
it. Tastes just it's Coke. Okay, so 1, yeah, it tastes just like vinegar. It doesn't taste like tomatoes or spinach or anything, and it has that chemical burn to it, that sting. That
Yeah,
is
it's
not
vinegary.
really- it's not really going away. Or at least not for me.
Should do an episode where we make some homemade hot sauce. Why do you have to put that thing's ass on top of my cup?
Why did you put it on your shoe? Yeah, come here, you. You can sit with me. That way I know you won't hit me in the head.
There's the tiniest amount of spice, just detectable.
It is going away, though.
Vinegary, I guess I do taste a little bit of the jalapeno. Maybe.
I didn't pick up on any. Okay.
Very vinegary.
Yeah. Look, to anyone
What's
who
the
wants...
first ingredient? Vinegar.
White vinegar, water, jalapeno pepper mash, green tomato, sugar, cilantro, salt, spinach powder, garlic, lime juice, habanero pepper mash, citric acid, and xanthan gum.
It's like they found like anything green just to put it in that thing.
Yeah, spinach powder. Spinach powder. That's not even fun to say.
Okay, the thing about pretty much all these hot sauces is
The white vinegar.
they're all vinegar. If you want to add a vinegar taste to your food, just buy vinegar. And just
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be mean, I'm just being honest. They're all vinegar.
These are really strong vinegar.
And the ones that aren't vinegar are just mild, moderate pain. Yeah, we've not changed that thing yet. We
Yeah.
have a vaulted ceiling and we can't get up there.
Yeah.
Jesus won't bring us a ladder.
I don't own a ladder.
I don't believe you.
I'm tall as fuck. I don't need a ladder.
Then get her a thing.
I'm not that tall.
Tall as fuck, but not tall enough to reach our... Yeah. No, but as I was saying... Stop it. As I was saying, to anyone thinking of making their own hot sauces or anything like that, if you touch vinegar, then somewhere in the world, a puppy will die.
You need a little bit
Don't.
of vinegar, I guess.
No. Stay away from vinegar. It is the dark side of cooking.
But you were saying making our own homemade hot sauces, which I'm all for.
Not using fucking vinegar.
Now, when DJ Scraps comes back, he is planning, spoiler alert, planning on visiting for his birthday.
Yeah, we're going to have a few visitors in the coming weeks, actually.
Hi, Don.
Vinegar is a preservative, yes, but you know what? So is honey.
And salt.
And salt. You could use either of those as preservatives. You don't need to use vinegar. Don't use vinegar. Anyway, though.
Not salt. Use honey.
You might like this one. This is fire roasted jalapeno with garlic.
It's a trap.
Unfortunately, very first ingredient,
Vinegar!
white vinegar, no less.
White people sauce. Bless you. Bless you.
Thank you.
Alright, here we go. Number 2. Oh, good heavens, it smells worse than the last one.
It's really cold
It
in the
looks
morning.
worse than the last one. Squeeze it that way.
I would say this one smells better.
Oh. Gesundheit.
I'm not sick. I really aren't.
Yeah, no, I just realized the horrible mistake I made of putting the most antagonistic person I know next to the grumpiest person I know.
He woke me up an hour and a half ago. When he's like, I'm going to take a nap, and he only slept for less than an hour. And
That's
I-
a nap.
No, it's not. A nap is at least 2 hours.
Yeah, and I fell asleep here on the couch watching The Mummy. And then he comes out, and I'm like, that wasn't a nap. Oh, I'm going to the store.
I'm sorry to offend you.
I also get up at like 3:30 or 4:30 in the morning to go to work at like 5 or 6 a.m. What am I doing?
Bread. You're putting that on bread.
Sorry to say, I've already smelled this.
It's a trap.
I hope
My
I'm-
mom says bless you.
Oh, thank you.
Alrighty.
Alright.
Alright. 3, 2, 1. Oh god.
Oh, that is gross.
Oh. Oh. Ew. 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 Ew.
Can't even eat the bread.
Oh. Ew.
Yeah, that's gross. That one has some heat.
Oh. Oh god.
Yeah, that one has heat. Not too bad.
It has the sting.
Oh, that was like nothing but vinegar, and there's something else there.
Yeah, it's sour. There's a sourness. Oh.
Sour Patch Kids.
Oh.
It's like,
Oh, that was bad. Okay, that one. I've been trying to be nice, because one, these were a gift, and two, they're. Come on, we're not expecting great stuff like Fuego Box or something like that,
ugh.
But no, that one, the roasted jalapenos or whatever the hell it was called.
You're lucky.
Oh,
No, that was like,
that might be the worst one. That was actively bad.
it's spicy, but I think the actual sour vinegar was worse. But there was something else there. I'll give it that. There was something else there. I don't know what it
It was
was.
just bad.
My will to live.
It was it?
No, it
garlic,
actually existed.
white vinegar, number one ingredient.
Okay.
Water, roasted jalapeno, pepper paste, lime juice. I think it was a lime. That's what I'm tasting. Well,
Maybe that's the sourness.
no, the sourness was definitely that vinegar. Okay, white wine vinegar, water, roasted jalapeno, pepper paste, lime juice, roasted garlic paste, salt, xanthan gum, citric acid. It would have had to have been the lime.
Yeah, because it was kind of sour.
Oh, kind of sour. No, that third taste that I tasted was kind of, I had that.
See, I remember my mom loved lime. She might actually like that.
I love lime too.
I only like lime on beef.
I like lime on tacos.
I remember,
Or,
no,
like,
she would,
sprinkled on.
yeah, she liked, she would literally just eat lemons and limes. Just,
As a Mexican,
what's up?
I'm probably getting a lot of hate for this, but I actually don't like lime. I don't use it at all.
Traitor! Anyway, though, no, I like lime on beef.
I like taking the lime and just squirting it.
What? Whoa.
Whatever it was, it's a lie. I didn't do it.
Okay, no, we're here. Apparently we disconnected for a split second there.
I'm not seeing a red on my computer.
Yeah, I checked it. The stream is live and still going, but the chat says we were disconnected for a second.
I'm going to use it as an excuse to get a drink.
Didn't I get you?
Yeah, no, we're good.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we didn't really.
Oh, she's my mom is sitting there saying that she liked lemons more than limes, but
I prefer lemons over limes myself.
I don't eat them by themselves. They're something I would put on things. But I do like lemon more than lime. Lime I only like on beef. Some people like to put it on shellfish and stuff like that, but this pain is not going away. It's still there. It's very weak sting,
It's a weak sting, but it's, not going away. And there is pain there. And it doesn't help when you drink a Sprite.
I'm out of water. All I have is my warpstone juice. But
Drink the EV.
we're gonna drink the EVA after. And you're gonna have some. Alright, what is this one? This one looks nasty as shit. Well, that's the last one we're gonna have. The one you think is gonna be the worst. So
See, I thought this was going to be the second worst at
yeah, so this is Mexicana. So Jesus, do me a favor real quick. And I'm asking you sincerely. On a scale of 1 to 10, how obnoxious is the term Mexicana? How annoying is that?
It's actually correct, so no.
Really? Really? Huh.
You know which one pisses me off because I always threaten to kill you when you say it.
Yeah.
And that pisses off every Mexican.
I've never met a Mexican that wasn't furious about that term.
I don't know why. It's because we never made that term.
No, it was completely white people.
Yeah. Racist bastards.
Oh, you're
Not
gonna
you guys, but I'm just like racist bastards.
you're gonna love the last thing we're gonna talk about tonight. Okay, shoot me. That smells like feet. Tell me I'm crazy.
We can now king shame Kristoff for feet fetish.
Doesn't smell like any foot I've ever smelled. Not that I've smelled many feet.
Nice save, Mr. Bishop.
You want to smell it or no?
Well,
I'm going to be honest, that smells the best of the three we've smelled so far. Doesn't smell like feet. It smells like a cheap chili.
anyway.
I guess. I don't know if I want to use the word cheap, but a gas station chili.
Just like gas station food.
Gas station food can be good.
Gas station food can be good. I've had good gas station food.
Yeah, fucking.
Yes, that's a gas station.
Yeah, that's what I said, Peppies. But am I gonna drive all the way over there to go pay for an overpriced fucking pulled pork sandwich? No.
Aw, she's trying to protect you. Are you ready?
I
So this
refer
is-
to her as Breaky Dog because I'm always so scared I'm going to break her.
And yet I'm the one who actually broke her leg. But are you ready?
We need to call Peter on you.
This one actually smells.
Does it count as abuse if it's undead?
It's Peter,
Yeah.
so probably.
Probably. Anyway, though.
Why is there fucking bread on my goddamn hoodie?
I thought you noticed it the whole time. I thought,
Bounced it on yourself.
I bounced it off his face.
Onto you.
I
So,
thought you knew it was there and just accepted it.
3, 2, 1.
Bill on this side, let's go.
Now vinegar.
Now hold on.
Very mild vinegar.
This might be
But
the
still
least bad.
vinegar.
Of the three we've had so far, yeah, this is the least bad.
I kind of am getting an herb taste. That I want to put that in the same category, and it's not hurting me, by the way. I want to put that with the Thai chili. That actually I think you could maybe find a use for. That
It's
might
because it didn't hurt him, that's why.
exactly. If it doesn't hurt, I'll eat it.
I'm gonna say out of the whole, what do we get? 22?
Oh,
12?
cases. There was like
This is probably the second best. That's actually pretty good. That
What would you do with it? What? Give me.
is Mexicana. That's actually really good.
What would we do with it?
Besides my usual eggs or ramen, which everybody says for hot sauce.
Check it out the window at someone's side.
That's actually pretty good. I say that's actually pretty good.
Tough words from someone who hasn't tried it.
Pork. Pork would be good with that. It also feels like it would pair with like some nice like steamed boiled greens actually.
I was
Like
gonna say,
boil some like bok choy or something.
put
a
that
little of
in beef and beans in a slow cooker
Ooh,
with
yeah.
a splash of that.
Some beans, yeah.
Cook it for like 8 hours. I think that could actually be useful. This could be good. I dare say I like this one.
I'm gonna say I like that one too.
Mexicana, this one and the Thai chili, I actually want to try.
I actually thought that would be like
Horrible.
one of the worst, to be honest.
I was expecting it to be god awful.
Maybe a taco?
See, Mr. Bishop has my back. There is a flavor and smell of feet. You don't have to have a foot fetish to know what foot tastes or smells like. It's a bad bodily odor. It's not necessarily actual feet.
Yeah, you could walk into somebody's room and you know that smell. It's feet.
Yeah,
Or
there's
it's pits. Or it's
it's body odor.
You know, yeah.
It's body odor. But anyway,
It didn't smell like feet to me.
yeah, it's one of those things. You don't smell it. You definitely eat it.
No, that was
I think it
actually...
smelled bad.
It feels like it would pair really good with like pork or vegetables. Like a good steamed vegetable. I
All
wish
right.
you could eat it to tell us, but yeah.
All right, here it is. The one you've been dreading.
I've always thought this would be the worst, but
Hey, it could surprise.
I was wrong about the Mexicana.
Shoot, no.
See, I'm not getting... I'm sorry. Yeah, no, we've dropped 254 frames, which isn't bad.
Yeah.
We're good.
Maybe it's my laptop because it keeps saying it in the chat, but not on the studio software that I'm checking on.
Could be also their internet. Comcast has been having issues lately.
Well, that's what I mean. It's not a YouTube problem with the stream. It's on our end.
Yeah, it's...
But anyway.
We did drop a couple hundred frames, but that's really not that bad.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
And that's what it said last time. So.
I think it's just the chat fucking around. All right. Here we go.
Chat, make him nervous. Make him paranoid. Even more than he already is.
That smells slightly smoky.
It smells shrimpy.
Shrimpy. I like.
It kind of has a
I like shrimp.
seafood taste. Or a
The
seafood
smell.
smell.
Yeah, shellfish. Now, for the record, I don't like truffles. Truffles are one of the biggest scams in human history. The truffle is not a rare fungus. It is not something special. It is actually in Italy, in the Italian peninsula, it actually is a problem with how much of it grows, because it grows and actually kills the root system of other plants. The Italians, after World War II, basically they needed some way to step back onto the world stage, and so they literally basically pitched that they had this super rare fungus that only grew on the peninsula. By the way, black truffles don't just grow in Italy, they grow all over the world.
Yeah, but who's gonna fact check them back in the day?
Exactly. So there's this huge misconception, especially by rich dumbasses like Gordon Ramsay. They think it's really valuable, and they're too proud to admit that they were duped and tricked by Italy. And personally, me, I say, you know what? If you want to pay if someone's going to pay you $1,000 for a frickin' mushroom, take the $1,000. I don't fault the Italians. I just hate truffle because it's like it's not extravagant, it's not special, it's literally proof you're a dumbass.
That's how I feel about caviar.
Same with caviar is another great example. They're rolling in the shit.
It's literally just fish eggs. You're eating sperm.
Basically.
You want a similar taste of truffles? Canola oil, black pepper. Mix it up. There you go.
Yep.
Save yourself some money.
That's literally what some places will use and call it black truffle. Canola oil and black crushed pepper. There's someone feverishly looking it up. Oh, Tara got home safely. Good. We're glad you're safe. My mom mentions that Bigfoots primarily probably feed on mushrooms and fungus, actually. Probably their main source of protein. Ready?
Sure.
3. It's going to taste like canola oil, isn't it?
Yes.
3, 2,
And pain.
1. Oh, God.
See, this one kind of tastes like feet.
I was right. It's oil. It tastes like oil.
Yeah, this one tastes like,
Oh, God.
actually kind of like olive oil. And vinegar.
Mm-hmm.
Olive oil and vinegar. That's what it tastes like.
It's horrible.
No, it's very oily. Yeah, very oily. There's no pain. I'm actually surprised at that.
There's no pain,
Yeah.
but it tastes god awful. It literally tastes like, you know how sometimes your friends will pour something into a shot glass, and be like, hey, take a shot of, something stupid, like soy sauce or
151 rum?
yeah,
Straight.
or cooking oil.
No fucking chaser with it. Just straight 151.
Yeah, this literally is like
Yeah, but you have to pay so much for the same thing.
Yeah, I didn't pay for the fucking thing.
Oh.
it
was a
tastes like
birthday shot.
it tastes like oil, just oil.
Yeah, it literally just tastes like oil and...
There was a little bit of sourness for vinegar, but it was
Yeah, oil and vinegar. Like, shot of vinegar, or a shot of oil, pour a little vinegar in.
and you have that. No spice at all.
Yeah, no pain at all. Honestly, by far, Mexicana. The worst, I would say, would be that second one we tried.
Yeah, the one.
This fire roasted jalapeno. Ugh.
Yeah, but
So, okay, fine. To be honest,
it's unoffensive. But what would you
use
do
it as
with
an oil substitute.
if you want to make something taste oily?
Eggs, but I hate saying eggs and ramen because that's
Everything.
the go-to.
Yeah. Okay, gun to my head. You got to do something with it.
Throwing it at the dude who has a gun in the face. You might get shot. But
Maybe in a pasta sauce.
Yeah, because you do pour a little bit of oil traditionally in like spaghetti to keep them sticking.
I usually don't use oil when I'm cooking spaghetti.
It shows. Anyway, though. So those were the variety random pack of hot sauces. I will acknowledge, of the 24 that were in the pack, 3 or 4 of them were good, which seems like Not terrible odds for getting a random pack. Plus, it's kind of fun to get. It's always fun to get random things. You know, I like random chance stuff.
Yeah, that was a big part of the fun, was trying them all.
My mom has an interesting idea. What if you put that on a salad in place of a salad dressing?
Oil on salad's actually pretty
I
common.
said, who eats salads? It's the food that my food eats.
I mean, I eat them when they're served to me.
I like some salads.
I like salads.
Repeat.
Ooh,
Why am I
a
gonna
pasta
eat
salad.
the food that my food eats?
A pasta salad.
Shrimp Louis.
Okay.
Repeat. Why am I gonna eat the food that my food eats?
This guy. Anyway, though, so again, thank you, Mom. Thank you, Dad, for sending me those. That was actually really cool.
They won't go to waste. We will
No,
use them.
we'll find something for them. I am kind of curious what other stuff we could have gotten, though. Like, if it wasn't, I wouldn't mind another box. I wouldn't mind another box if we got like very few doubles. You know what I mean?
I do wish Jesus could try it. This was actually pretty good. Mexicana?
Yeah, I think you might actually not hate it, but I kind of doubt it also.
You know, this one on a salad, a shrimp Louis. I've been wanting to make a shrimp Louis, which is a shrimp salad, little shrimps.
Yeah.
This actually might be good on that.
I think my mom has a good idea there, salad. But before we send you back to the corner and we talk about the Civil War, Jesus, would you like to join us in trying peach sparkling water Eevee soda?
Fuck no. You said sparkling water.
Yeah, it's a sparkling water soda.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
This guy. That's what I had my water in before. I brought those 3 cups so we could try them in that.
Yeah, I'm like, what are these?
Okay, hold on here. Gonna pop this baby open. Wow. Actually kind of fighting me there. But, okay. So.
Oh, I can smell it. It smells nice.
Yeah.
Ew. It's peach.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's peach flavored sparkling water.
Oh.
Not a lot in the can. But hey, the can is a cute... I can smell that from here. Wow, this is strong. This is strong peach scent.
For anybody watching, who's your favorite evolution?
Yeah, there you go in the chat. Let us hear. Who's your favorite Eevee Pokemon?
The one that
Vaporeon.
It's a toss between 3 for me. Umbreon, Vaporeon, or Flareon, and I'll explain in a little bit.
The Sparky one and Umbreon.
Jolteon.
Jolteon and Umbreon.
All right, ready?
And the one that I haven't made yet, the ghost type one.
You can only pick one. You guys are picking multiples. I picked Vaporeon.
Okay, I have to absolutely only pick one.
Yes.
Sparky Spark.
Jolteon.
I guess
Vaporeon.
Vaporeon.
Go! Walking taser.
Covered in spikes,
Yeah.
by the way,
Yeah.
and quills.
Fight! Now shock!
Also,
Repeatedly!
they're all cool.
They're all cool, but the original 3 are... I honestly feel like they're kind of the best.
Let's see what Eevee tastes like.
Okay.
You get it?
Hot damn. I think I like that, actually.
Tastes like peach juice.
Yeah, it tastes like peach juice. It doesn't even feel like water.
It doesn't. Yeah, no, it doesn't feel like sparkling water at all. It just tastes like peach juice,
Yeah, it tastes like a peach soda.
or like a nectarine. Actually, it kind of reminds me more of a nectarine than a peach. But I mean,
Yeah.
same thing, right?
Yeah, very similar.
Not really, but-
Donson says that Flareon is his favorite, with a close second to Sylveon. Mom says you're welcome, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
No, this is actually not bad.
This
I don't
is
know if I
actually
would.
good.
I don't know if I would like get a case of these. But no, this is not bad. I actually like this.
Is there sugar in it? It's all in Japanese.
Oh dear. Can you read? My
Sold-
mom.
Sold in mainland China.
My mom's favorite evolution. Charizard.
Charizard's a good one.
I love you, Mom.
Best answer.
That is the best answer.
Let me just peel this off. 'Cause
Well, obviously it's legal to have because we ordered it off
DoorDash.
from DoorDash.
Yeah, just 'cause it's on there.
Oh, she says fine. If she has to pick that, she says Eevee. Just leave Eevee alone. Let Eevee be Eevee.
I like Eevee.
It doesn't have to change.
No, this is actually really good.
Let's do it what I can see. Where's my camera?
It's yeah, it tastes like a peach. I'm feeling nectarine for whatever reason, but yeah, peach.
Yeah, it's just a fruity little soda. I dig it.
It's like,
It's not very sugary at all, so it's easy drinking.
Not overly sweet. It's not overly fizzy like you get with a lot of American carbonated water drinks, sparkling water. It really isn't like sparkling water at all. It's
I
like
hate
soda.
Sparkling water.
It's really not like that. It's not.
I
like,
wish I had a nickel for everything you said you hate that I have
Hate
conveniently
everything.
never seen you interact with.
Just because you haven't seen me interact with it doesn't mean I haven't interacted with it.
I'm sure.
We see everything Jesus does.
Fuck you, dude. You're not Jesus. I'm Jesus.
That's what he thinks.
And neither are you fucking the fat man.
Anyway, so while we have him distracted with the conundrum of a aluminum can. Anyway, so are you ready to get on to the show, actually?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's get on to the show.
My sister says the cute pink one.
The ribbon one?
Is that Solvion?
Andy Fangerson.
Are you talking about the gay one? Solvion? The fairy type?
Andy
Isn't that one
Fangerson.
female?
Solvion?
Well, your phone is right.
Who?
You. It's like radiating.
I am the ray of sunshine and hope in the universe.
No, you're not. You are the farthest thing from that. You are a black hole of joy.
You've known me for way too long already.
I know. Anyway.
I want to be the very best, like no one ever was.
Oh, God. Stop.
Touch
All of
them
you.
is my real test.
Be quiet.
To train them is my cause.
Okay, so
I wanna
now that
travel
everybody,
across the land.
so now that everyone feels bad for me for having to try those hot sauces,
No.
here you go, Bishop. By the way,
Oh, thank you.
let's actually talk about the show tonight. Now that we're almost an hour. Wow, that was an hour. That was 40.
That was 42 minutes. 43 minutes.
Anyway, though. So, the American Civil War. You know what's funny is I like this topic. I've wanted to talk about it. We talked a little bit about like creepy stories about it, but I'm gonna be honest with you. And you put a penny in the jar because there are conspiracies afoot.
I don't have a penny on me.
I'm
I
not
have
surprised.
A plushie I can throw at your head.
Oh, do it. Yes, do it. That's good.
You sit over there. You come back here with me. Anyway, now, I've mentioned before, Thanksgiving is probably the most divisive topic in America. The American Civil War is a close second. Because virtually everything you know about the American Civil War
Here's a lie.
is absolutely wrong. It is undeniably one of the most rewritten chapters of human history I have ever seen. And the funny thing is I've seen it happen in real time. I have literally seen... Okay, can you stop that now?
Sorry.
Like, put it down.
I'm almost done.
He's almost done.
This is going to be like that pig, isn't it?
No, I gotta really do it with that now. That'll make the thing sound like a demon.
Yeah, no, we literally threw that away to keep it from you.
I'm gonna come back with one.
Whatever. You don't even know what it was.
I found one at Walmart.
Anyway,
Not
so...
much you guys go to many stores anyways.
Great efforts have been made by various people to rewrite and rewrite the American Civil War. I am physically going to take it out of your hands.
I'm just going to zone out on this one because it's like, yeah, Jesus, you may have found one at Walmart, but you're going to get that customer who asks you, hey, where does this go? And you're not going to know where it goes. I know.
So having fun.
I know. I work at Safeway. Excuse me, sir, where is this? I'll find somebody who knows. I'll be right back.
I'm just going to, like, take a vacation next week and let you two sit here and be in front of the camera and have to host this show. Mr. Bishop, the War of Northern Aggression.
No.
Yeah? But anyway, seriously, besides him, there is nothing that has taken more steps to be aggressive and really kind of bizarrely annoying than Civil War history. And again, I have in my lifetime seen when they change the narrative and change the story around. A great example, if you ever want to make anyone remotely liberal just burst a blood vessel, ask them which political party was the Confederacy actually made of, primarily. Anyone want to take a guess?
I'll guess.
Yeah, they were Democrats. That was an expression back in the 90s and prior, a Southern Democrat. Yeah, people don't realize that the whole paradigm of politics in America shifted drastically in the 70s, I want to say. It was around the 70s.
About 1963 when LBJ took over.
Yeah, some people say the 60s. I've heard some people say it was the 70s, but you're probably right, honestly. Probably more the 60s. In either case, though, no. For all the get her done and conservatives tied to the Confederacy and all the crap with the flag and stuff, which, by the way, the Confederate flag was not the Confederate flag. There were actually 16 different Confederate flags. You could also make the argument there was the 17th one, which was just a white sheep, but that's by the point. But no, the Confederacy was primarily made of Democrats. Another big misconception is, and this is something that we see a lot today, claiming that the Civil War was about slavery and the abolishment of slavery. No, it wasn't. In fact, actually, most people don't realize this, it was the Confederates who proposed the idea of abolishing slavery in the first place. The problem is that we have to talk about the first thing that everyone's going to hate my guts for daring to say. Yeah, even Donson's like, yeah, no, there was a party swap, basically. Now, the fact of the matter is that the Civil War, and I can already see people preparing to type. No, the fact of the matter is the Civil War started because an election was coming up. See, here's the problem.
Oh, look, we almost had one of those this year, too.
There's still time. Don't worry. Anyway.
Flavor gas dog water.
I'm sorry? I've been looking forward to this topic like all week, by the way, guys. What did you do?
I did nothing. I just translated.
I don't believe you.
I just translated the thingies.
Oh, I'm gonna throw this up. We just drank peach flavored gas dog water.
Gas dog water?
So the cool thing with Samsung is you can aim your camera at something that's a different language, and it'll translate it for you. And since it's Japanese translation.
I'm really sorry, sorry, Kristoff, but
so you said party swap.
the peach. This is apparently what Jesus translated from the Eevee we drank. Peach flavored gas dog water. Ingredients: Yong, fruit source corn, melted dish.
The best part is I can't see what they're laughing at. I literally
I
have
sent
no.
it to you.
sale in the mainland China only peach flavored gas dog water. Ingredients: Yong. It's not fun.
This is up there with the Lovecraftian penis expert.
What?
That was before you were on the show.
Alrighty then.
Anyway, so
Good to know.
as I was saying,
I want some more peach flavored gas dog water. Anyway, I'll be quiet.
thank you. Anyway, so basically the Civil War had been kind of bubbling, so to speak, mainly because you had a very big growing pains problem. See, here's the thing. You have to understand the very foundation of America, and this is probably going to piss some people off, I'm going to say it. America was kind of created with a goal. And what I mean by that was basically the founding fathers didn't know what kind of government they were making or what would be inherited, quote unquote, by the next generation. They knew that they just didn't want a monarchy. Anything else was possible. Anything else they were willing to talk about. They didn't care as long as it wasn't a monarchy. As long as it was not in absolute power. That was their one and only concern. The problem with that is that's not a really strong foundation, and it leaves a lot of room for interpretation and, you know...
A lot of room for bullshit.
Yeah.
Are those soft toppers on the table?
Oh, you're interested in those? Yes, they are.
You're interested in Taco Bell.
You want one?
Yeah, I trust Taco Bell more than 7-Eleven.
I am genuinely kind of insulted, honestly.
No, I gotta agree with Jesus.
Anyway. And
I'll
so...
tell you why I trust Taco Bell more than 7-Elevens, but after the show.
Anyway, I know where I was. So basically, at its core, the Confederacy formed basically because their opinion...
Continue.
You want me to hold the microphone closer for you?
Yeah.
Still not as bad as Scraps' bowl of cereal when he snuck in tiptoeing and poured that massive dump truck of rocks that he did on that show.
I sincerely thought he set off a grenade or something.
That would have been awesome.
Anyway, so basically, the Confederacy, for starters, it existed for a good few years before it became the Confederate States of America, the CSA. And basically, its concern was that the federal government had basically found a loophole around the founding fathers' blockades to prevent a monarchy. It was just that instead of having one monarch, they felt that the federal government was a group of monarchs who were just conveniently always agreeing with each other. By the way, the average senator back then was the brother-in-law of another senator.
Oh, you mean how it is now?
Yes, there were very few actually individual senators, congressmen, representatives. Pretty much everybody was either married to or descended from another politician. And the states were like, you guys are a monarchy. You're, okay, fine, there's a bunch of you. It's not one person, but you all think the same. You all are held to the same standard of each other. You all have to fall in line with each other because you're basically one big extended family. You guys are a monarchy. This is only made worse because the Industrial Revolution had begun in other countries, and basically, here in America, we started looking at these factories going, that could be a good idea. The problem is that a lot of the states were like, well, hold on a second here. Okay, cool, factories, sound great. Why does someone from Washington need to tell someone from Louisiana how to run a business?
Yep. And, oh, wow, it's still done like that to this day.
I know. Stop me when this sounds eerily familiar, folks. Basically...
Why do you have stock in this company when you shouldn't have owning stock in this company?
Yeah. Anyway, and here's the thing. The Confederacy always knew that it really couldn't win a war. It couldn't beat the entire federal government. There were too many other states, there were too many allies. Between the native tribes that were still out west, Canada, Mexico was still a huge problem, mainly because America just finished their war, and Mexico still had an axe to grind with a lot of the southern states, because that's where the fighting was.
Britain.
Hi there, friend.
Britain was a bad problem.
Britain was still wanting to be influential, involved, and stuff like that. The Confederacy realized that this was a hydra. This was a big problem with multiple heads, so they didn't want war. So what they did was they decided there was one thing that they could beat the federal government on. There was one single weak point that the Union, quote unquote, had. Popular opinion. So the Confederacy...
I was going to say donuts.
No.
Actually, I think Britain
was
almost sided with the Confederacy.
Were they? Were they in support of the
I could be wrong. Nobody really supported. There was the French and British who, of course, hate each other.
Oh, yeah, anything, yeah.
Everyone hates the French.
Blame the French.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that white
Mr. Bishop,
flag.
the argument that they made was it was the matter of where does the federal government's authority stop and the individual states' rights begin? I want to point something else out. The Confederacy never wanted to secede, at least not initially. They felt that they wanted to do the opposite. They wanted to be more involved in the U.S. government. It was because, guess who? Abraham Lincoln came along with his Congress, and I'm going to say this because a lot of people bullshittingly claim that Abraham Lincoln is one of the greatest presidents America ever had. No, he is, emphatically, and here's where everyone's going to hate my guts. In my opinion, undisputedly, he is among the worst people, not even just president, the worst human beings in American history.
But he had a great beard.
What if
And
I
a
told
great
you?
hat.
Yeah, that's right.
What if I told you that he actually had that was fake and that was actually put on his face?
Then someone deserves to get shot.
Oh, I have good news.
Yeah, I know how it ends. You can take it.
Anyway, back to my point. See, here's the problem. Basically, the Confederacy of States, they made their whole argument was based on popular opinion and that they were the moral ones. They were the ones who didn't want to impose laws. They were the ones who wanted you to have more freedom. They didn't want regulation. They didn't want people in D.C. telling you how you down in Virginia should be living and things like that. That was their whole platform because they knew they couldn't just fight the feds. They didn't have the technology. But the thing is that this came to bite them because Lincoln looked at their quote-unquote propaganda and he realized that they were making themselves look good. And good guys have this really nasty tendency of getting elected in massive waves, which would compromise his party's control of the government. A lot of people say Lincoln was a great unifier. No, he wasn't. He was straight up a Union thug. He only cared about one thing, the actual continued strength of the United States Union, the federal government. He didn't give a rat's ass about stability of the regions. He didn't care about the actual arguments. He, in fact, actually got mad at his cabinet and yelled at them because a lot of his advisors and his counsel and stuff were saying, you know, these southern states have proposed an amendment that would abolish slavery. And a lot of people seem to support it. Maybe we should adopt it. And he said, and I quote, "If it would stabilize and strengthen the Union to abolish slavery, I would. However, if slavery will strengthen the Union, I would enshrine it tomorrow. So there's your great unifier, by the way, folks. Look at your champion now.
Also, do remember that he did own slaves.
Yes, he himself was a slave owner. Which, by the way...
So were other presidents at the time, and again, look at the time and period.
Oh, no, it's a thing, but I'm just saying, you know, everyone pictures him as this great liberator who cared so much about the slaves and the black people. No, he didn't. He never gave a crap about them. He literally was just afraid of the Democratic Party getting a whole bunch of support in the upcoming election and losing his precious Congress. Which is ironic because guess what happened?
He's...
Yeah, it does get kind of muddy because there were also territories back then, not just states. Which is another thing the Confederates didn't like. They didn't like that places like, what was it? Oh God, what was the big? Well, there were several territories, and the Confederates were like, why can't they vote? Why can't, what was it? Was it New Mexico? I think it was the territory that they used as an example. It may have been before New Mexico, but the point is that there were several territories that
Philippines, I think.
That's modern. You're thinking of Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is technically part of America, but they don't get to vote.
Philippines was about 1901, 1902.
Yeah, so that would have been way after this.
Puerto Rico, I'm not sure.
Puerto Rico is much more recent.
Philippines was taken in the Spanish-American War. Which
Yeah.
was like 1901-ish.
Okay, so maybe it was the Philippines, but the point is one of the big arguments the Confederacy made was that the federal government was making all these territories, which were being taxed, were having laws imposed on them, but the people who lived there didn't get to vote, didn't get representation in the House of Representatives, didn't get senators. Yeah, and their argument was, well, hold on a second, Fed. Why not? Why can't they be states? What, are you afraid that they'll vote with the Democrats? You're afraid that they'll be, they won't be like you? And this was their argument, literally.
Valid argument.
But that's the thing. That's deep down what Lincoln was terrified of. He was terrified of being voted out of the government because you had all these states who were suddenly saying, hey, remember how you said we weren't going to become a monarchy? This feels monarchy. And
according to this, 1898, the Treaty of Paris was when Puerto Rico was ceded to the United States. So after
was there?
Yeah, this was that'd be way after.
And the Philippines, I want to say, is like 1902.
Yeah, but anyway.
I'd be wrong on that exactly.
But as I was saying, that was kind of the Confederacy's game plan, was to be the nice guys, to be the good guys. And here's the problem. Remember how I said Abraham Lincoln was like one of the worst people in America, like ever at all? He saw this as an opportunity, because see, the Confederates held their soldiers to super strict standards. A great example: no grave robbing.
Yeah, that was a really big problem.
That was a huge problem in the Civil War. But the Confederacy had this really strict protocol of, you treat even the enemy's dead with dignity. Most people don't know this, but actually it was standard. And this is how sad the Civil War actually was, in my opinion. Confederate battalions standardly would have priests travel with them. Just because they were like, yeah, a bunch of us are going to die. So, Padre, if you could just stand over there out of range of the gunfire so that you could give rights to us all after we're dead. They literally traveled with priests. And it wasn't just for them. The priests would perform rites and ceremonies over the Union soldiers too. And Lincoln ordered them to be shot. I'm done sugarcoating this. I'm done. We are officially in ranty, angry Kristoff territory.
Sounds like something Lincoln would do.
Well, see, no, that's the thing. Because again, the Confederacy's battle plan was to be the moral high ground, be the quote-unquote good guys. Lincoln's plan with his Union Army was to be so brutal, so destructive, and so horrifying that no one would dare challenge his precious Union ever again. Which is where we get an individual that I really wanted to talk about for a long time. I've wanted to talk about this guy because I can verify, I have with my own eyes seen people's attempt to rewrite this man's history. And I kind of feel bad that we went so long with other stuff because there was a bunch of stuff I wanted to talk about tonight, but we're already at the hour mark.
I think
2 episode time.
Maybe we will.
I think you can make more than one episode about the
We
Civil
might,
War.
yeah, we might have to do a 2-parter. This is going to be like the D&D situation where we have like a month of talking about it.
Sean's here like, oh, it's over 100 years ago. It's like, well, pretty much anybody is influenced by this war. And
Yeah,
has an
no.
opinion on it, so.
Yeah, and there were a lot of important people who came and went. And again, I want to talk about this guy because they say the light of day is the best disinfectant, and this guy absolutely deserves to be dragged out into the daylight. I can't wait for Mr. Bishop's reaction. I guarantee he's going to know who I'm talking about, and he's probably going to have some words. Because here's the thing. I sincerely believe Abraham Lincoln is one of the worst examples of an American ever. Period. Somehow, some way, with as horrible of a person as he was, as deep in the gutter as I think he was, that son of a bitch rolled over, grabbed a shovel, and dug past bedrock to find maybe the one example of a person that was lower and more vile and more evil than him. Stop pointing at yourself, you asshole. Stop pointing at him, you asshole. Okay, I am the Prince of Darkness. But anyway.
This, that's Ozzy Osbourne.
You know what? I'll give him back the title when he can say a coherent sentence. Anyway. No, I am, of course.
Can he sing that sentence?
Yeah, I'll make up a song about what I just said.
Because, like, let's be honest, Ozzy,
Now,
it's a miracle that man's still alive.
I'm convinced he has somehow embalmed himself with drugs, and that's why he isn't dead. But no, I'm kind of curious. I want to see Mr. Bishop's reaction. I hope he's still in the chat. I hope he's still there. William Sherman. William Sherman is a name that I studied in middle school. And when I looked him up now, for a refresher, so I have information, you know, everything has been rewritten about him. Every story I heard about him in school, not online. Wikipedia has some of the most shady, obviously manipulated phrasing.
Man, it's Wikipedia, of course.
No. This is bad even by Wikipedia's example. No, it literally, in his biography on Wikipedia, it first off explains how, according to many British historians, by the way, who gives a fuck what a Brit thinks about American history? But according to many British military theorists and historians, Lieutenant General Sherman was the first modern general, and he was the most brilliant military genius in American history. Okay, I reiterate, who gives a fuck what the Brits think about American history? And two, after it says that, it goes on. However, he is highly criticized for his harsh tactics and his scorched earth strategies. Now, for real quick, for those who are not familiar with military terms.
Both by the Confederacy and the Union.
Yes, he was actually scolded by the Union. Lincoln was like the only guy who liked him at all. And even that's kind of questionable. Because again, remember, this whole thing was about elections and controlling popular support. And then you had Sherman come along, who literally set everything on
fire?
Yes. Now, again, For the record, scorched earth is a polite way to say sacrificial tactics. It annoys the crap out of me that people sit here and try to say he was a military genius. No, he was not. He was damn sure no Zhuge Liang. He wasn't even up there with like Genghis Khan. No, I would, everyone talks about, versus, I'd love to see Muhammad Ali against Mike Tyson in their prime. I would love to see Lieutenant General Sherman 5 minutes against Vlad Tepes.
Or Napoleon.
Napoleon was an ass, but like, let's be honest, when it came to like leading his men, he was good.
He was a good strategist.
He was a great strategist and a great leader.
Yeah.
It's just he got the short end of the stick when it came down
God
to fucking
damn.
history. At the time, he was a regular height.
Yeah.
But that didn't mean
But anyway, no.
But like again,
Still, my point.
Lakers always write history.
Not always, but most of the time. No, I would love to see Sherman against like anyone from history because I'm sincere, he would get his ass kicked so bad. The only reason he was so successful was because of the fact that the Confederacy desperately were trying to cling on to this moral high ground. And in doing that, they made themselves very, very vulnerable. He was incredibly famous for basically destroying anything. The weirdest part is 9 times out of 10, he would burn and destroy the stuff he already conquered. He would move in and force the Confederacy army out and then destroy it. Yeah, no, Mr. Bishop brings a fair point. He was only doing what Lincoln told him to. Here's the thing, though. Yes, Lincoln gave him the orders. He was the fucking crazy bastard willing to do it.
Yep. Just because you're given the orders, do shit you're not supposed to.
Yeah.
That's true. He literally had a whole other country. You could be like, that doesn't sound right. It's like, hey guys.
Yeah, no. Well, no, there's an old Chinese proverb. The general on a battlefield outranks the emperor in the city. Yeah.
Yep.
But anyway, no. One of the more interesting side notes about him is he was very cruel, even to his own men. A great example, one of his most famous campaigns was in the winter, when he was going through the Carolinas, I believe it was. Now, there's not a lot of them, but there are some wetland-ish areas in the Carolinas. And, Bishop, if I could get your tactical advice here. It's winter. Do you go more north to drier paths to move your army? Or do you take the shortcut through wetland?
Not through wetland.
Oh, well, you're wrong. You obviously make your men go through the wetlands.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, by the way,
No, it's because it's winter. It's all frozen.
you also say that they can't have campfires because that could give away your position. His men complained that they were freezing to death. So he told them to dance. It'll warm you up. It'll raise your body temperature. You don't need a fire. You can just dance.
Could I just head west? No north, no south. Just let me head west.
Yeah, my mom brings another point. He was very fond of firing on civilian populations too.
Yeah.
No, they literally referred to him as the devil. The Confederacy called his men Sherman's devils. Some people referred to him as General Satan.
Hail Satan. Hail Satan. That's from Dragon Ball.
This guy may have been singing those. Not the Jet.
Oh.
Satan, Sherman, Hail Satan.
Yeah. No, there's conspiracy theories about that. He was actually a Satanist and stuff like that.
He did some pretty bad things.
He like I said, he burned acres upon acres upon acres of land just so the Confederates wouldn't have them. A big one that a lot of people glance over, he was very fond of deconstructing railroads. He would actually have his men stop and break train tracks and then heat up the bars and bend them and then throw them into a river so they would cool back down, which would make it much harder to reuse them. Which, by the way, is actually something that he claimed he learned from the Mexican-American War. But still,
I could see that one as a legitimate tactic.
well, it goes to the mentality that his sole objective was to destroy.
That sounds like more like guerrilla tactics.
Yeah.
That peach flavored gas.
Yeah, to be fair, my mom brings a good point. We don't know where did Lincoln's douchebaggery stop and where did his dickery begin. But it's one of those things. It's like, they say some people deserve each other. and Lincoln somehow managed to find this perfect lunatic. And again, there are countless stories of his cruelty, opening fire on civilians, priests. Supposedly, it was literally because of Lincoln that he actually didn't burn down Atlanta. He presented Atlanta, calling it a Christmas present, and he was going to burn it. He was going to burn down Atlanta. And supposedly, Lincoln gave him the orders, don't burn that down. We'll use it. He still set a fire in the goddamn city, by the way.
Sorry to say, he burned down a chunk of Atlanta.
Oh, look, a wildfire happened.
Oops.
Who started that while holding the goddamn matches in his hands?
Yeah, that's another story. So supposedly, a lot of Union guys were like, Sherman, no, calm the fuck down, dude.
I'm surprised he didn't get executed by his men.
There is a conspiracy story I heard about how there was actually an attempt made by defectors that some men did try to betray him, and they failed.
Here you go, sir. Here's some coffee.
No, but no.
Here's
Here,
peach flavored gas dog.
here's the cherry on top of it all. Here's the thing that everyone forgets about, because a lot of people now in the rewrite of history, they try to say, oh, he was an abolitionist, which means he wanted to get rid of how do they pronounce it? Abolitionist. He wanted to get rid of slavery. Bullshit. No, he did not. He 100% supported it. In fact, he even, in a letter to his master, Abraham Lincoln, wrote that the single greatest mistake America could make would be to give, and I'll quote, class distinction to the Negro species. His words, the biggest mistake America would make would be to give class distinction to the Negro species. He didn't even call them human. He literally wouldn't even address them as being humans. He was also quite fond of you guys. No. People talk about him being this great strategist. No, he literally would just have his infantrymen march forward. One of the big reasons that Stonewall Jackson gave this guy so much trouble was Jackson was fond of fortifications. You can't walk through a wall. He's literally sitting there, oh no, my sacrificial pawns!
Yeah, Sherman was
evil.
A bad person.
Sherman was evil. I'm sorry. Somewhere out there should be a Skaven player who should name his Claw Lord or Greyseer. If you know what I'm talking about, you're a nerd. They should name him. They should name their Skaven leader Sherman, because that's how he fought. He literally flooded his enemies with expendable, in his opinion, subhuman soldiers. Very often, he would put.
He probably put a bunch of
darkies.
Mexican,
Yeah, no,
Irish
were a big one in the Union.
Chinese.
Yeah.
Yeah, people forget that the Irish were slaves here.
Yeah.
At the same time.
He
Really
would.
like the cheaper version.
Yeah.
Irish,
No.
Chinese.
What was it? Was it the South Park movie? Operation Hide Behind Darky? No, that was the South Park movie, right?
Yeah.
No, that's
I don't
what he
know if it was
did.
the movie, but yeah,
No,
that was
he
South
would
Park.
literally march his infantry, and at the front of it, he would put Mexicans, he would put Irish people, he would put Chinese, he would put black people, because he considered them to be beneath the American species. He believed they were literally not human. And so it was okay to use them as basically bullet magnets. By the way, fun side note. One of the huge distinctions between the Confederacy and the Union still used musket ball style fire. The Confederacy actually used bullets. in their weapons and were much more accurate.
Yep.
Though they argue that the Union's balls were much more fatal if they actually hit.
What are they called? Great balls of fire.
It's not a Gatling gun, a crank gun.
Machine gun?
Devil's Tongue. I know the nickname for it.
The first version of the machine gun, I believe.
Yeah, that's not a Gatling gun. Not rail gun. What was it called? I know the nickname. They called it a Devil's Tongue.
Was it a Gatling gun? I thought it was before the. Anyway.
But yeah, that nasty crank gun that would just fire like 1,000 bullets a second, but it couldn't hit for beans. The goal was just spraying in a general direction and hoping something got hit. I would bet he was fond of that gun.
Jesus, take the wheel. Wrong wheel.
Jesus just sitting there cranking it like, this feels very wrong.
That's what I say, wrong wheel.
But no, he was absolutely evil. And again, yeah, no, he was very fond of putting Mexicans and Irish people and blacks. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine that? You were a slave, you flee north, you join the Union Army because their propaganda is saying how they want to abolish slavery, even though they were the ones who turned down the offer to abolish slavery in the first place. And then you just get put in Sherman's army, and he literally is like, "Hi there, you're going to be in the front line."
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Okay, they're going to shoot you, or I'm going to shoot you. Take your pick.
Why'd you shoot him? Exactly, yeah.
I'm a hero.
You know what? I'm just going to say it. If he had been shot, it would be a heroic deed. He was a monster, in my personal opinion.
You hear about all the people who tried to assassinate Mr. Mustache Hitler because he lost
Like
the
12
war.
different times? I want to say there were
Yeah.
12 different attempts on his life.
I'm pretty sure there were attempts on that dude's life, but here's the thing.
Oh, against Hitler? Yeah, there were.
No, not the
Sherman?
Sherman, yeah. But here's the thing.
The Union won the war, so those are hush hush.
Yeah, we don't talk about that. We'll talk about Stonewall Jackson. And by the way, he didn't die the way you think he did.
Was it herpes?
Pneumonia.
No, it wasn't herpes.
No, it's pneumonia.
Super herpes.
No, it's pneumonia. But no, for years and years they've spread stories, and they still say this, that Stonewall Jackson was shot by his own men. That is true. He was hit with friendly fire, and he ended up actually having his arm amputated. But the claim that he died from the injuries from his gunshot wounds, from his friendly fire, not true. He died from pneumonia. Now, it was relatively quick. It was soon after he was shot, but the pneumonia was a completely different thing. So the story about how Jackson was shot by his own men because the Confederacy were so disorganized and all this crap, no, that's not how it happened. That's not even close to how it happened. I wonder how many times Sherman was shot at.
It's saying our chat was disconnected on my.
Yeah, I have it, like, it says that 5 times.
Yeah.
And successfully reconnected and stuff like that. It's been happening all night.
Is everybody still there, and has anybody said anything that has not been addressed?
Something funny?
Holy shit!
What?
We have had 48 different viewers check in on this channel. 7 concurrent. Holy crap.
See, I'm not even
That's 48 different people, by the way. That's... Mr. Bishop is still there. Hi, Bishop.
Hi, peeps.
See, like I said, I was just waiting for him to talk, because I guarantee you he knew exactly who I was talking about.
See, I knew Stonewall Jackson. He was shot by his own men accidentally, but I knew he died. Like,
He died
2 or 3 days later. Which
Yeah, a few days later, but it was not related to the gunshot wound. The claim that he died because of the injuries from being shot was a complete lie by the Union to make the Confederates seem like a bunch of idiots. Furthermore, yeah, he's having no problems on his end, which
he has no problem, so we're good.
yeah, we should be fine. But anyway, no, I wanted to talk about this because, again, I have in real time seen the story and the narrative change about William Sherman. He was an absolute monster, And people talk about how the Civil War was a dark chapter in history. I agree. It was a very dark chapter in American history. And a big part of it is because of him. He was absolutely a monster. He would have been right at home in the Axis forces. And keep in mind, I'm the guy who defended Shihiro. So that should tell you something about if I think this guy's bad. You know what I mean? Oh, by the way, in case you're wondering, after the assassination of Lincoln, Sherman lost his spine so hard. He suddenly was all for reconciliation and reconstruction of the South, which is funny considering he destroyed half of it personally.
The consequences of my actions may come to haunt me.
Yeah. No, he was all for completely destroying it. And he actually was even on board with not letting the Confederate States rejoin the Union and just leaving them in ruins. But then his master, Lincoln, was assassinated, and suddenly, son of a gun, you wouldn't believe it.
Yeah, he was just out of theater minding his own business.
We were all out in the countryside yodeling. Yodelay-hee-hoo.
I will give Lincoln one thing, and correct me if I'm wrong. He didn't want to punish the majority of the Confederates for seceding.
Now he was for the, what was it called? It was called something.
Reconciliation. Whatever.
Yeah, he was in favor of it.
And I will give Lincoln that because it's like, yeah, just like, well, welcome back.
It.
Now I don't know if that's fully on Lincoln, but they were welcome back. Yeah, there was Reconstruction, which was a crap show, but.
Yeah, what was his name? Benjamin Butler, the Beast of New Orleans. We'll be talking about him soon. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten about that bastard. I'm sorry, but you notice that the second you read any more than the base description for the Union guys, you can't throw a used tissue without hitting some kind of a monster.
Yeah.
Well, see, and truth is, that was entirely by design, because again, Lincoln didn't want to just settle an argument. He wanted to establish that there would be no arguing with the Union. You are either with me and subordinate to me, or I will burn you to the ground. And I have a sick monster.
Or you get the stick.
Mm-hmm. And I have a savage monster here, by the way.
I am not a savage monster. I'm a monster, but not a savage.
Oh, Tara's back. Hi, Tara. But yeah, no. It's one of those things. It blows my mind because, again, everyone gets the story of the Civil War wrong. And I'm not going to sit here and say that the Confederacy were like these patron saints or crap like that. But the fact of the matter is, you have one group who strictly held to certain standards, who would not allow these rules of conduct to be broken. They would execute... No, this is the thing. The Confederacy probably had to execute a quarter of their own army because of the fact that these guys wouldn't follow the orders. They wouldn't uphold the standard. Because from the Confederate side of the equation, they considered themselves still part of America, the American experiment. And they were ready at any time to stop fighting. They were completely on board with, a negotiation. It was the Union. The Union were the aggressors. They were the ones who refused to negotiate. They were the ones who wanted to fight. Mainly because they knew they had big hulking factories pumping out, cannons and Gatling guns and shit. Although, to be fair, I want to point out something. The Confederate ironclad is still one of the coolest fucking weapons in all of American history. I love ironclads. They're badass.
Yeah. My dad will agree on that. Yeah.
We're going to need to talk about the ironclads. I like ironclads.
The first iron battleships. Warships.
How they made iron float, I don't know, but awesome.
Yeah,
I like the ironclads.
Yeah, the ironclads. The Merrimack. That was...
Now, was that... No, hold on.
The Monitor and the Merrimack. One, my dad will know this. One was Union, one was Confederate.
Yeah, those were individual ships. They weren't like a class.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll have... Okay, my mom brings a good point. Hold on. War brings out the worst in people. In a time of peace, maybe William Sherman could have been a good man. There's just two problems. One, we don't know that. And two...
Bullshit.
the reality that we live in, he was not.
And then you had Robert E. Lee. The best I know about him, he was actually a very respectable guy.
Yeah.
Who basically only fought for the Confederacy because his state of Virginia seceded.
Yeah, he was there and he wasn't willing to leave his people and his community.
He was such a noble man.
Let's go to West Virginia.
No, fuck you. Anyway.
Which West Virginia is
because of the Civil War.
But Robert E. Lee was such a good man, he responded to a small skirmish at a bridge in Gettysburg.
I think I've been to that bridge.
That would be so cool.
That would be cool to go there, yeah, I agree.
Hi, Bickle. But yeah, it's like, we're marching toward D.C. There's a couple gunshots over there. Let's go. We have a big army.
Let's go check it out. What's the worst that could happen?
This tiny little bridge in Gettysburg.
I'm being shot at.
Anyway, though. You want to put a net up?
Yeah.
Anyway, though, yeah, no. But no, it's funny because one of the few things that Lincoln and Sherman disagreed on was the reconciliation. He was like, no, make an example of them. Destroy the states. Destroy them and their populations. And Lincoln was like, no, we don't need to do that. And then Lincoln got shot, and suddenly, son of a gun, Sherman was all for
Peace.
Yeah.
Peace for everyone.
Yeah.
Like Mother Teresa.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's like,
she was a terrible human being too.
They hated him because he said the truth.
Well, it's like current times. Everybody has the biggest balls until they don't have their president backing them and somebody new's coming in.
Yeah.
You make it sound like I want to be talking shit if said person didn't want. I will continue to talk shit about that said person.
I would unapologetically talk shit.
By the way, the person I didn't want to become president did become. He was reelected. I'm not allowed to vote, but.
Well, it's the first time I've ever voted for the person.
Third time I voted. First time that I actually got the candidate I picked won. But anyway, we are.
Be back in the White House.
Hmm?
You know who needs to be back in there? W. Bush. We need some shenanigans up in this bitch.
That we can disagree on, but
Anyway, so if you're wondering
I
how
still
the
love you. You're awesome.
I said shenanigans. That man was nothing but shenanigans and tomfooleries. My favorite photo from that dude is him trying to figure out how to put a poncho on. Doesn't get it right, but he's still happy.
Anyway,
It's my dream that one day men and fish can coexist together in peace. See, that'll be a show. Me and you'll disagree on that one, but yeah.
anyway, folks. Yeah, no, we're going over time here. We're gonna have to continue this topic next week. More on the American Civil War next week. But in the meantime, we thank you all for being here in spite of our technical difficulties.
That reminds me.
Oh no.
Christmas. Not
Oh,
Christmas Day. Are we doing an episode, or are we spending that time with said family member?
We do have a show, Christmas Day. Wednesday the 25th is Christmas. So yeah.
I just wanted to bring that up so I can make plans, so I can disappear from over there for a little bit.
Of course, we're gonna do a fucking show on Wednesday.
Just wanted to make sure.
What are we talking about that day? Because we have 1, 2, that's 3 weeks away.
Yeah.
I mean, family is a big.
Probably.
Or Christmas movies.
Probably talk about Christmas, maybe Christmas horror. But next week we're going to be talking more about the Civil War, because there was a lot of stuff that I wanted to talk about that we didn't get to. We still have Ironclads, we still have Jackson, we still have
Iron Maiden. Terrible air guitar.
Yeah. Glad you guys enjoyed the show. But anyway, yeah.
What does that mean?
Talking to the chat, they're saying thank you for the show, and it was a good show. What are you talking about?
Oh, I'm glad.
I was glad you guys.
You guys enjoyed the show.
In spite of our technical difficulties, and you two deciding to have a volleyball game in the middle of the goddamn show.
You know what? Other on top of randomness, is that Vegeta?
Oh yeah.
That is the Funko Pop of
This
Vegeta
is
that we got
Vegeta.
you like a year ago, that you have constantly been leaving here.
Shenanigans.
I found him ran over in the road and you didn't want him. Like 2 years ago.
Bullshit. You guys never gave me this.
Yes,
You guys
we
gave
have-
me.
Another Funko Pop. You're not getting this one.
No, I'd rather not. You guys gave me the Chihuahua.
The Chihuahuas. That was for your birthday.
That was Christmas.
Was that Christmas?
Yeah, we got you all the.
That's
Taco Bell
right.
Chihuahua.
You hit him in the head with them.
Yeah.
Did I? Oh yeah.
I remember that. And you like, love you too, Ma. Good night.
Good night.
I remember that. You were like, is this a Taco Bell dog? Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah. Because like I think we were talking about what we got for gifts, and I mentioned I didn't get anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, last Christmas we got him a bag of all the Taco Bell.
And like only half of them worked. But still.
Yeah, they're all dead now.
Well, I would imagine the batteries would have died by now. But anyway.
Essentially like 20 years old.
I gotta get in there to swap them batteries.
God
out.
damn it. We were all having a good time, and then you had to mention the steady progression of time, asshole. Anyway, folks.
Yeah, that was a year ago now.
Anyway, we'll be back next week. Maybe I'll have these two. I don't know. Maybe I will snap and just have you two be the show, and I'll just sit in the corner.
I'm gonna tell everyone you're in West Virginia.
I can talk about the Ironclads.
Anyway, though, yeah, we're going to be talking more about the Civil War next week. But until then, Sherman was a bastard.
Yeah.
This is the bishop. You're not the bishop.
I'm
You're
not the
Jesus.
bishop.
This is Jesus. That's the bishop in the corner.
Hi.
These are my faithful. That sounds so familiar when you do that. I don't know why. These are my faithful undead companion doggos, Famine and Gluttony. And we'll see you next week. So until then, remember, keep checking the shadows.
Hey, Bishop, I think we need a Mr. T, Kristoff, to get him to West Virginia.
I agree.
Why are you saying into a live mic you're going to drug me?
I said Mr. T.
That's what Mr. T means!
My mind is...
Would it have been more subtle if you said you me?
Nah. That would have been funnier, though.
Peach flavored gas dog.